Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you all on behalf of Ilm O Irfan Institute. The mission of our institute is as follows. According to our research, life is equals to 15% technical skills plus 85% human engineering. Therefore, at Ilm O Irfan Institute, our aim is learn to achieve excellence in any technical skill by following the best learning methodology, that is, do it yourself, and practicing the three main pillars of human engineering, that are truth, honesty, and justice. To achieve excellence in both technical skills and human engineering, Ilm O Irfan offers a course which is titled as Popular IDEs for C Programming Language in Windows Operating System. It is lecture number 4 of this course, Download Visual Studio for Windows. And I am your instructor, Saman Khan. Let's start with lecture outline. Inshallah, in this lecture, first I will present quick recap. After that, I will present steps to download Visual Studio for Windows. Let's start with quick recap. In previous lecture, I presented basics of Studio along with its feature and system requirements. Focus of this lecture is to download latest version of Visual Studio for Windows. Inshallah, in the next slides, I will present a simple and step-by-step process to download the latest version of Visual Studio for Windows operating system. Now let's move to steps to download Visual Studio for Windows. The system and software specifications to download latest version of Visual Studio for Windows operating system are as follows. Operating system is Windows 10. Software is Visual Studio. Visual Studio version is 17.2. It was downloaded on 17th of May 2022. Note that Visual Studio 17.2 can be downloaded for Windows 8.1, Windows 10, and Windows 11. Inshallah, I will follow the following steps to download Visual Studio 17.2 for Windows 10. Step 1 is search and access official website of Visual Studio. To complete this step, open your favorite web browser. Let me open my favorite web browser, which is Google Chrome. To open Google Chrome, first I move to my desktop screen by using Windows plus D key. Now I'm on my desktop screen. Here you can see the icon of Google Chrome. To open Google Chrome web browser, I will double click on the icon of the Google Chrome. Alhamdulillah, Google Chrome is successfully opened. This is called address bar. In the address bar, type the URL of official website of Google search engine, that is google.com, and press the enter key. It will open the Google search engine for you. This is called search bar. In search bar, type the query official website of Visual Studio and press enter key. Here you can see the search results returned by Google against my query. Click on the first link of it. To open link in new tab, please press Ctrl and click on the link. It will open in new tab of the browser. Here we are on the official website of Visual Studio. Alhamdulillah, we have successfully completed step 1, that is search and access the official website of Visual Studio using Google Chrome web browser and Google search engine. Now let's move to PowerPoint presentation to see what our second step is. To switch at PowerPoint presentation, I will use Alt plus Tab key. Please note that in this entire lecture, I will use Alt plus Tab key to switch between different screens. Inshallah, in step 2, I will show how to download latest version of Visual Studio for Windows 10. As you can see, Visual Studio is available for all three operating systems, that is Windows, Mac operating system and Linux. Before downloading the Visual Studio setup file, I will check the specifications of Windows operating system installed on my computer. To check specifications of Windows operating system, click on Windows button from taskbar. Search for Settings and press Enter key. It will open a new settings window file on your computer. Click on System. Scroll down the left menu and click on About. Here you can see my system type is 64-bit and I am using Windows 10. Let's download Visual Studio for Windows. Here on official website you can see Windows sign with the mentioned version of 17.2. To download Visual Studio setup file for Windows, click on scroll down menu Download Visual Studio and click on Community 2022. After you click, a new window will appear. Set the path to download Visual Studio setup file. I will select the download folder. After setting your desired path, click on Save button. As you click on Save button, it will start to download the Visual Studio setup file for Windows 10. As you can see, it just takes few seconds to download the setup file for Windows. Alhamdulillah, Visual Studio setup file is downloaded. Now let's move to next step. In third step and final step, I will show how to verify whether Visual Studio setup file is successfully downloaded in Downloads folder or not. You can verify it by two ways. First way is download is shown in the bottom of the bar of the browser. Click on the arrow and choose Show in Folder. Download folder will be open. You can see that Visual Studio 17.2 setup file is present here. That verifies that the latest version of Visual Studio is downloaded on my computer, Alhamdulillah. Another way is search for my computer and click on it. Go to Downloads folder. Here you can see Visual Studio 17.2 setup is also present. This also verifies that the latest version of Visual Studio is downloaded on my computer, Alhamdulillah. Guys, I used a 3-step process to completely and correctly download Visual Studio file for Windows 10 operating system. To do and your turn task. The to-do task for this part of lecture is download Visual Studio 17.2 setup file on your computer with Windows operating system as shown in this lecture. Your turn task is download the latest version of Eclipse IDE for Windows operating system by following the steps mentioned in this lecture. Now let's move to lecture summary. To summarize in this lecture, first I presented how to search and access the official website of Visual Studio using Google. After that, I showed how to download latest version of Visual Studio setup file from its official website. After that, I presented how to verify that the download process was successfully completed. In next lecture, inshallah, in next lecture, I will present a simple and step-by-step process to download Visual Studio on my computer. Allama Ibn Noman Nurul Murkada said that there is a consensus among all religious scholars that reciting Durood Sharif on Rasul Akram is superior among all good deeds. May Allah give us the strength to recite Durood Sharif abundantly. Ameen. We shall be thankful to you if you may please provide your valuable feedback on this lecture. Jazakumullahu khair. May Allah bless all of us with His afiyat and karam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.